I don't care how tough you might think you are, my brother. I don't care if you're doing the bench presses with 200 kilograms or with 2000. I don't care about that. I don't care if you're on NoFap day 1000. I don't care about that. Because there is one thing which is for certain. In every single one of us, we'll have times when we'll be all alone. There will come times when bad shit happens. Even more so, there will come times when you will be afraid, when you will be alone, when there will not be any friends who might be helping you. There will no one will be around you in the gym to give you all of this appreciation for your muscles or your efforts. There will be no mama to call anymore, no papa to cry on their shoulder. There will be no social media boost out there. There is no pornography to hide behind. There are no video games to hide behind. There are no fake friends. There are no fake people to go out with and gossip and hide behind that. There will be no people to go out there to party with. There will be no one, and there will be nothing to hide behind. There will be no one to help you hide from yourself, and there will be nothing that could hide you from yourself. So you are just standing there, alone with yourself, naked, just right under a cold shower, which is bringing up all these emotions and all this truth so greatly. You will be all alone out there, naked, and afraid, if you will so, because you are a human animal. And guess what? You are fallible, and even more so, you will die one day. You will die one day, my brother. And at those moments, you will have to realize that nothing is there for you. You're naked and alone. You have nothing. And you will be afraid at that very moment. Because you will realize that all these mundane shit that you've been building throughout the years and years, all of your muscle gains, all of the money that is on your bank account, and I don't care if it's 7 figures, 5 figures, or 11 figures. By the end of the day, no one will give a shit about that. No one will give a filthy shit about that. Nor about the status, whether you have 0 friends, whether you are the freaking president of the United States. It will not matter, brother. It will not matter. None of your achievements, none of your possessions, 0 doubt, brother. None of this shit will matter. Because you're at that very moment, at that place. You're alone and you're naked. You're there. So what you do now, brother? What you do now? Having this realization, what will you do, brother? Will you hide behind pornography back? Or will you go back behind your status? Or all the BS that you are just building and building and building? Your business, your fake social cycle, your fake status. All these things, you're just building them. So what will happen at those very moments, brother? Tell me, please. What will happen when there will be nothing to hide from? Nothing to hide behind. And there will be no one and nothing. Whether you believe it or not, when you are letting go of everything and you are sacrificing everything in your life, people, possessions, pleasures of any kind, parties, alcohol, college meetups, friends, social gatherings. You're in your room alone all day long, meditating and living life. Living life sometimes super, super fast and sometimes super, super slow. And every single day facing that thing. You might call it fears. You might call it the calling of God. Whatever it might be. You're facing that thing naked, yourself. There's no place to hide. Under a cold shower, out there in the dark, when you're running, -4 degrees, shorts, didn't eat all day long, and have this urge that you have to meet that thing. You cannot go to bed, you cannot eat before meeting yourself. This is, brothers and sisters, how reality looks like. How we as human beings are without all of the BS. Zero bullshit. Nothing. And at those moments, you will have to realize that the fear that you've been so much rushing to hide from, it is inside of yourself. You've created it. And hence, not only that, you're brave enough to face it, whatever or however calling you might be getting it with. Let it be hopping under a cold shower, going out there in the cold and the dark to run in shorts, -4. Bro. However it might be calling, maybe you have to approach a girl. Maybe you have to start a business. Maybe you have to read more. Maybe you have to meditate. Maybe you have to jump. Just leave the place where you are at. Maybe you have to lose weight. I don't know your callings, brother. But one thing is for certain. When you're having them, you better face them. Because the clock is fucking ticking. And one day you will die. And dying without facing yourself. Perhaps there might be not greater tragedy and waste than that. It is not about the money. It is not about the status. It is not about the gains. It is not about how you feel. All of this is distraction. Can you understand that? All this that we are chasing so gratefully, the huge house, the new car, the business, all the BS. It is just flu. Because there will be the time then you will be alone and naked and fucking afraid. And when you're here, in your heart, naked and afraid, there are no amount of money that can that can ease away that fear. No amount of girls that can ease away that. Nothing can ease away that. Only one thing. Facing yourself. And all the things that are out there are just distracting from that. From facing yourself. From who you are. And by the end of the day, brother, this is how we are wasting life. The great 21st century man. Look at your life, honestly. How much time you're spending rushing and doing things that are completely fucking nonsense. For example, scrolling through social media. I didn't do that for more than a year. I would say maybe 2, but 1 for sure. And I'm not missing it. I'm not missing it. Because you have this beautiful capacity of being able to have a judgment. And with all this noise that is all around us, which is created and you are allowing it to create you too, is just completely distracting you from reality. Who gives a damn about the cat pictures or what the freaking hell did your college how you say that? What the freaking hell your relatives are doing over there, whom you do not even talk? I'm like, who cares about all these things? This is just noise. Everyone is trying to get your attention. Everyone is trying to get your attention. There's a huge chaos out there. Because everyone tries to give you something. Everyone is trying to control your inner perspective. Because perhaps this is one of our greatest realization. Maybe few people understand this, few people not, that being able to control one's inner perspective, you're controlling them. If you can control someone's inner perspective, for example, desires to buy a new Lamborghini. Hey bro, I'm here. I've been built a dropshipping business. I'm only 22 years old. I'm making 8 fucking figures out there. I'm making 8 figures. I've built a dropshipping business. I'm also jacked as shit. Look at me. I have life figured out. That motherfucker out there will have the same damn problems as you do. Manifested in a different way. They will have fears. They will have problems. They will have all the shit. Only they're sitting in a fucking Lamborghini. And they have fame, which can distract them from the actual fucking shit that is happening out there. Or inside here. And so now you're seeing a person like that, or there's another one who's trying to preach that, hey bro, like I have these muscles and I have this shit and I have this body and all the stuff out there. Hey bro, all the problems are solved in my life. Reality is not. For being honest, I cannot put on the coat or the hat of the first one yet. But I can put on the hat of the second one who perfected his body. I mean, from the outside. And I thought that when I will have the six packs and all this shit, zero confidence problems, everything will be solved. No, you'll be the same fucking person. All this is noise, brothers. So don't buy into this BS. Everyone is trying to just control your inner perspective. To be fearful or have the desires. But by the end of the day, you have to be the only one who's creating them. And this is why this journey is thus worth it. To live like a monk, to cut out the BS from your life. Because by the end of the day, none of that shit matter. Zero. Nada. Brothers and sisters, I hope that this thing resonates with you. And if it did so, I have an honest request. And especially if you watch through this video, because I know that this is a long one. You'll have your ideas over there. Comment your biggest fears. What is your biggest fear? I want to know that. I want to know that, brother. What is your biggest fear? Because by even labeling that, you're already on the road to face that. Love.